Yeah, down is completely different from trying to go up something like this with this much weight. And somebody tied a bunch of orange ribbons and just there's so many orange colored leaves all over these trees. So that's not the best color to use. Even a rope going down the side of a ridge so you can scale down, that could easily blend in with a skinny branch that's laying on the side of the ridge. I mean, I'm not saying use a purple rope, right? But the ribbon color there's a lot of, I guess when the leaves change color when they're dying, they turn an orange, yellow orangish color. So I mean, just look straight ahead this is what I'm talking about. And someone used orange ribbons. And clearly this is a path, like this doesn't really need to be marked. I've done pretty well in the past, like how I do things. And maybe what I could start doing is hike the trail on foot. Just come to the location on foot. And have an easier time finding what I'm looking for without the board. And then coming back with the board once I figure that out in like an access point. Because I have to cross a stream. So right now I know I'm in the right area, but I have to cross a stream. And that's the issue right now. Not so much being in the right area, but the stream, at least where I'm at in this area, I don't see a path to cross. I don't see the correct path. I know what it looks like. I don't see the correct path to cross, which is a bummer because this is where I am. I mean, this is where I drug the board down. So, yeah. I'm gonna, take a breather here. I'm hopping back here, guys. All mud. So this is basically in between two towns, and I can go from across the ridge, across the stream, down the other side, which is the next town. But I believe there's a lot more backtracking if I do it that way. But there's a long road, but it doesn't matter because I still need to get down the mountain off of that main road. This is like an 80% gradient, I swear to God, man. And getting this down here is one thing. I just let it slide down sideways. Such an amateur too. I keep dropping the board right on top of the rope. So if I pull on the rope, it's gonna move the board. Then it's gonna just slide down. I gotta put the rope like on this tree branch, get it off the ground. I advanced so far from here. This is the point where you come down the edge of the mountain, that I just kind of let this go. I mean, I know no one's gonna go anywhere with this board. I mean, if they want to carry this back up the side of the mountain for me, great, man, I'll pay them. But the bag and stuff, I don't have money in there, but it's like, anyway, well, I do, but a little bit, just for today. I went in both directions from this point, right and left, about half a mile, and I kind of let this go. Like if someone comes on here and messes with this, I gotta let it go, because I won't be able to get back here in time. But instead of carrying the board, you know, a mile or so in the wrong direction, none of this is rideable so far. Before I do that, I want to make sure I'm going, you know, that I'm on the right track, and then I'll come back and grab the board. I gotta see if this branch is. I gotta see how solid this is, because somebody put that there. Yeah, I have found something that was, I would say, just as hard as this, possibly a little harder, or maybe about the same level of difficulty, and I was able to find it in a huge forest. And the thing with researching, even mapping, is that, you know, the trees just cover everything. There's no visual. The tree coverage is just so thick, you cannot see anything that's down here until you get down here. And either you go the right way or not. And maybe in some cases there is no right or wrong way, but there's a way that's more difficult than others, that's for sure. And I've experienced that numerous times, even though I believed I was in the right location, so I kept advancing. Right location, but one of the harder routes to take to get to the right location. So I'm kind of near the right location, I believe, but the path that you take makes all the difference, you know. This paintball stuff over here, maybe a little lookout. Shoot me with that paintball gun already. I'm gonna take this in inches if I have to. I mean, there's sections that are there's two really steep sections coming down here, and one of them there's a rope because of how steep it is and how thick and soft the mud is. So it's hard to hold on to that rope and carry the board. So that is the thing here. I will take the helmet and bag together and I'll climb it, drop the bag and helmet, then go back and get the board, or vice versa, whatever. But yeah, this is gonna be a tough one, man. If I gotta inch this back up the side of the mountain a little at a time, that's fine. But this is the exit. I got down here hoping for a clearer way around, because I didn't want to come back up here. I mean, of course, I decided, you know, with the research, just looking at a map, I mean, reading a blog is one thing, but being here, you know, boots on the ground, tires on the ground, halfway down the mountain, and immediately I don't want to come back up that way. So I was hoping to find a crossing. So you have the side of the mountain here, a ditch, and then you have this bank and a stream. You need to cross the stream. So I'm in the right area as far as that goes, the stream goes, but I need to cross the stream. So I actually need to be on the other side of this stream. So right now, and I've gone up and down, right, in quite a length. I don't see a crossing place. I mean, it gets shallow. Of course, this stream gets shallow in certain locations, and that's where you would cross. But right here, it's like waist high. And then you have big boulders that kind of line up in some spots that you can use to walk across. But there's a drop like this that I would have to get the board down. And yeah, it's not feasible. So this is one of the problems where the landmark I'm looking for is in this area, but I'm in the wrong place as far as crossing over. So it might be a thing where, of course, there's multiple ways to get to this. So maybe further up or down, people cross this stream already at a different location where it's shallow, easier, and then they backtrack kind of to this area where I'm at right now, which is for the landmark. In terms of the landmark, it is the correct spot, but this is not the right place to cross over. See, that's what I'm looking at here. But I'm gonna just get back up the side of this ridge. There's a couple other things I can check while I'm here. I'm a little landlocked with this location. I cannot get out of this little town without using the freeway. So I just need to, you know, explore some other ways to get to the side of this mountain before I leave. Call it a day. But yeah, the military forest and the tower, that is a huge forest, and it took me a few tries to find it. I was just like this, walking through like knee-deep mud. It's just sucking me in. I gotta hold on to the trees, you know, going in the wrong direction. Well, actually, not the direction don't even matter because I was on the wrong side of the mountain. So it's a ridge. You can either go down left or right. So from what I saw on maps and research, I ended up going down the wrong side of the ridge. And I'm going through, like I said, this knee-deep mud in the wrong side of the mountain. So no matter how far I was able to trek through that mud, I would have never found it because I was on the wrong side of the mountain. And this here, I'm a little more careful now. So I didn't bring water, and I'm just nothing to fix the flat because these bolts, this guy never had a flat tire. The bolts are seized on. I need to drill it off. So no sense bringing the pump and tubes, and I can ride this flat. But I tried to travel as light as possible. I didn't even want to carry a water bottle. I just need to take this slow, get back up to the road. But I learned in the Wilhelmina Rise area to take, like, I'm just trying to carry the board and go. And I almost passed out, and there ain't nobody around, right? So I just taking it slow, resting. I might go up another 20 feet, stop, rest, and so on. But it is nice here, but yeah, it's looking like it rains like 90% of the time, and it's like really nice and sunny today, just like it was last week. Last week I came here too, but I didn't come down the mountain. So this is the second time I'm trying to find this. Anyway, yeah. This is pretty much a gradient if you look at this.